How's it going, everyone? This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur, and welcome back to another video of Let's Play Mortal Online 2 Beta. Okay, so today we're playing on version 0.1.11.13. Okay, so I do apologize first of all for the background noise. There's some construction work going on outside. Just outside, across the road from my place. So, I do apologize for the, the bulldozers and what have you. And I'll just adjust the volume. I think it's been reset. I think. No, I think it's fine. Okay. All right. So before I start talking about the game guide topic of the day, I just want to begin by saying thank you to everyone for another year of supporting my channel in one way or another. I really do appreciate all the supportive and encouraging comments that you've given to me, and I'm very appreciative and grateful for all of that. And I just want to, wish you all, Merry Christmas. And I think this is going to be the last video potentially for the rest of 2021. So if that is the case, then I want to wish you Merry Christmas and hope you have great holidays and head collector. Okay, and a happy new year 2022, which will be very exciting because it will be the launch of Mortal Online 2 on January 25th. And so thank you to SV as well for their hard work on this game. And thank you for for tirelessly working away. I don't know how big of a team you have. Oh, and what is this? Let me check this out. This is it's a young pig. I thought it was a squirrel or something. So thank you to SV for putting in all the hard work. Alice. Okay. Hope this person's not a killer. And where's this? Oh no. I think I may have come out at a bad time, because if you don't know this, Mortal Online 2 is now open for pre-purchase on Steam. So a lot of players have been trying it out, I think. And last time I checked, the game already has 800 plus people playing concurrently, which is still not the peak that Mortal Online 1 had, but it is getting there. And this is still in closed beta, so it kind of I think it does show that there is a market for this kind of game. And the vision that SV has so far, the vision that they have for this game as it is right now, I think there is potentially a big market for this. And so hopefully SV will stick to their vision for this game, and hopefully it'll become even bigger when the game goes live, when the game is launched. Oh, there are players. Oh dear. Alright, so okay. Maybe I'll I'll go back to the other entrance now. So I'm going to try and explore more of the world today. Yeah, I'm trying to sneak my way out without being without drawing any attention. Okay, so today I want to talk about the topic of griefing in this game, and also, I think a bit more of a controversial topic, which is player toxicity. So with, the player's still here. Okay, I think I need to find another way. So I think with any game you will have instances of griefing and toxic behaviour. So it's not just a problem in Mortal Online 2, but in any game. I played a lot of MMOs and online games, and practically every single one that I played, I've seen instances of toxic player behavior and griefing. Even in games like World of Warcraft, MechWarrior Online, Predator Hunting Grounds. I've come across a lot of such behavior in many of these games. And so, alright, so we're back, and so I had to go just now, and it turns out that while I was away, SV dropped a hotfix. So this is the 0.1.11.14. Alright, so it's daytime now, so we'll just continue on with the game guide. And so, as I was talking earlier about player griefing and player toxicity, now in this game, a lot of the things that I think the average player would consider to be griefing is actually just normal part of gameplay. So things like, priest camping, which is basically killing the same player over and over again at the same priest when they resurrect. I think in other games this would be considered a form of griefing, but because the player basically at the moment he resurrects, he just gets killed by the same player, probably decked out in fully armored and fully armed, and the player basically has no chance unless they resurrect a different priest, or they try and get a group together and drive that player away. So now that is just a normal part of gameplay, and I'll give a few more examples. So tricking new players to giving up their new player status, or luring them out into into the wild so that they can be ganked. That is also another normal form of gameplay. It is not against the rules. So basically, as long as the player is not violating the the end user license agreement and the code of conduct and so forth, the agreements that you would normally agree to when you download the game and play the game and sign up an account. All those agreements that you normally automatically agree to when you start playing, as long as the player is not violating those agreements, then it's not considered griefing. However, the moments that player starts to say, call you names and sort of verbally abuse you, make some slurs or remarks about about you. When it becomes that kind of, when it becomes that kind of interaction, then it would become a form of bullying and harassment. So if they make some racial remarks, or some remarks about your gender, or your some other immutable characteristics about you, then that would be considered a form of bullying and harassment, and you can of course report it to the GMs and so forth. So I think a lot of the times when players come in and they experience something, they can I think there are times when I look at the Steam reviews and whatnot. There's a few players. I'm not sure you can see those players. There's a few players up over there, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try and avoid them. I do see from time to time on the forums, on the Steam reviews, that people say that this game has one of the most toxic communities. I can see where they're, sort of what they're saying, and I can sort of get a grasp of what they're trying to say, but I think a lot of the times it can be exaggerated to some extent, because this community, even though there are some who maybe would fit into the toxic category, or antisocial and that kind of thing, I think by and large, I think the community is reasonably mature, and they're not for the most part we're quite they're quite sensible, and if a new player comes in, they would roll out the red carpet for them and welcome them in, and and answer questions and try and make friends with them. So in that respect, I think the community is quite welcoming and quite friendly, and I would say mature, and however, at the same time, we're not we're not pushovers. We don't just roll over for people to just push us around. I think if a new player comes in and they just try and act like a nuisance, or they try and talk down on people and that sort of thing, then I think the community won't take too well to that. And I did hear some stories a while back. This was before I started playing MO1 extensively. I heard a story where this guild was chased out of the game by the entire server, because apparently this guild, I don't have the details of what the guild name is, but apparently they were so toxic and so antisocial and something along those lines, that the community as a whole banded together and drove them out, drove them off the server, basically declared war. And so this was back in MO1, and so I wasn't around here, I wasn't around at the time to see it. I hadn't come back to the game yet. I came back in 2013 to play MO1, and started my channel around about that time as well. And so I didn't see it happen, but I heard stories of that, and so I think this community is not that they're not pushovers. And so if if a player or a group comes in and they try and try and push the community around, then I think what they'll find is that the community as a whole will band together and kick them out. So this community is like I said, we're quite reasonable, and we're quite we're a very well-rounded community. Now, that's not to say that there will be some arguments and disagreements. I mean, if you look at the forums, sometimes you will see a lot of arguing back and forth, and you will see you'll see heated arguments, and and sometimes there'll be name calling and vitriol and that kind of thing. But that's sometimes it happens. But that's it's I think most of the time it's between individuals, and oh no, gotta go. I could die from this. Run, 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 run. Yeah, so my heart's beating so fast right now. Seeing those 3 players, I've got to try and get away as quickly as I can. Are they following? Nope. I don't think I see them. All right. Well, let's try and get away from here as best as we can. Okay, so if you're new to this game and you've heard stories and accounts of people, of this game being a toxic community, I've been here for 8 years. I've been in this community for 8 years, and on the whole, I think the community is very friendly and very reasonable and very very sensible. So I would say check it out yourself before you believe everything that is said, because I think there will be some exaggerations, and not everything you hear on the internet is true. And I think there's another member of the community, I think it's Nazwal Layla or someone that said that the community can be wonderful or terrible, but it is all, at the end, it's very much what you make of it. And alright, but it is what you make of it. And so if you want to have a pleasant experience here, I think it's also advisable that you act the part. Don't come in and talk trash and talk down on other people and troll other people and that kind of thing. I think that will just get you you will get kind of the same kind of treatment in return. Okay, and so with player griefing, the way, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of the things that other players would probably consider as griefing is actually just normal behaviour in this game. So, oh, there's some creatures over there. Okay, I've got to try and avoid any wildlife. There's some razorbacks there. So I think you just got to get used to the fact that this is a PvP anywhere, anytime with full looting. So if you get killed and you get all your stuff taken, don't get upset. That is just normal, normal part of the game. So if you want to avoid getting, take this. Yeah, well, you have to reach me first. Alright. What is this? Is this another Henrik or Sebastian controlled springbok? Well, I don't think it is. Alright, so I think we're good. I think we're good here. Where are we? I have no idea. Oh, okay, so that's Fabenham Towers, and oh, he's still following. Alright, I guess we'll have to keep going. follow the road. But he ain't gonna catch up with me anytime soon. Is that a razorback? Bush pig. Okay. So hopefully you've gained a bit more of a better understanding of what constitutes player griefing and player toxicity in this game. And so I will be back in the future, and this is, like I said at the very beginning, this is probably the last video for 2021. So if I don't make another video between now and 2022, then I want to wish you all Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and Happy New Year in advance. And so I will see you all back in 2022. And of course, I can't wait for January 25th because it is launch date for Mortal Online 2. Probably the most exciting game that I'm looking forward to at this point. So thank you all once again for all your support and all your words of encouragement and just so I thank you so very much for everything and for all that you all the support that you've shown, and so I will look forward to seeing you all back in 2022. And so thanks for watching. I hope that you can please hit the like button, and if you have any comments or questions, please leave it in the section below. Please subscribe and also share this video. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Take care and have a good day.